If you upload it, they will come.
Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Rodney383, Anime Real Talk TV, and today I got my boy Deadpoolzilla,
What's up, guys?
and we haven't been with you guys for a while to talk about Injustice, Gods Among Us, the video game coming out. DC characters. So a lot of things have happened, so we're gonna go over it and give you our thoughts on it, and just have some fun with it. So first, we're gonna talk about a couple of characters. Some have been revealed, fully in game, and others in other sources or whatnot. So let's start off with the characters. You want to start?
Yeah, we've got about 4 new characters that have been announced, and all of them some of the worst bad guys of the DC universe.
Okay.
And most of them we called in our video when they first announced, the character roster.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of them were no brainers, though. I mean, if you ain't putting these people in there, something is a problem.
Yeah.
But you want to start with the first one?
Yeah. This is the one that was announced a while ago, Deathstroke, and I saw that trailer for him. God damn, he is vicious.
I like how the material in his suit has texture. Like, I really like that. Like, just the little things like that made him look so badass.
Yeah. It's kind of like that combat Kevlar mesh on his suit.
Yeah.
It looks very his costume looks very like his New 52 look, which I was kind of expecting.
Okay. I mean, he's always had like the two-tone, kind of orange and blue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just, different texture or different pieces of armor or whatever he wears on his clothes, but overall the same. If you see Deathstroke, you know it's gonna be two-tone.
Yeah.
How you like his moveset?
I love it. I think because I did a little more digging, and I don't think Martian Manhunter might be in here. When I saw Deathstroke, I'm like, that's going to be my character if Martian Manhunter's not in this game.
All right, let's move on to a couple of other characters that haven't been revealed, like in game, showing their actual gameplay, but have been revealed through other sources. Now, the first two are Bane and Luthor, and they're on some magazines that we got here on Comic Vine, and they're on some like magazines for like a catalog or whatever, and so you get to see them in game on the magazine, so we know that they're in there. Now let's talk about Bane.
I kind of expected Bane to be in here because of that movie, that one that came out last year that had a Christian Bale in it. What was it called? It was Dark Knight Rises, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Something like that.
And he was played by Tom Hardy. That's it.
Yes, that's his name. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we kind of expected Bane was going to be in this game. After the movie, it was going to be Bane Mania, but I'm not knocking it. I'm actually glad Bane's in this game. He's perfect for this kind of brutality that Mortal Kombat. NetherRealm Studios is known for their characters.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at his suit, and one thing that I'm thinking is that I don't know particularly if the hoses that come around his body and stuff. I'm not sure if they particularly are a specific color for a specific reason, but seeing as though you're dealing with, Superman, and you got Lex Luthor next to him, what do you think the odds of his venom or somehow just the injection that he's getting being somehow kryptonite infused to make him stronger against Superman?
That could be that would be a cool explanation to see kryptonite-induced venom, but I don't know. I'm not big on the idea of the tubes along the arms because I'm thinking to myself, well, that's just easier to cut if you were a superhero. I don't know. I'm not too crazy on the tubes along each arm, but is it just me or does this costume look a bit like Batman and Robin Bane?
Yeah, a little bit. Even his arms are kind of that bulky. Not necessarily cut, but just bulk, with a heavy veins, which look like, yeah, that's exactly how the one in Batman and Robin look, with those weird multicolored veins just popping out everywhere.
Yeah.
But hopefully they kept him with the traditional his regular mask though, so
yeah, true.
I was thinking that maybe they're gonna go for more of that, just mix in a little bit of the Dark Knight Rises, look in there. So I was thinking they were going to do that, but it's cool to see that they just kept it, kept it how it's, how it should be. More so like the games of Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping that what would be cool is that for Bane is that he can get this power up where he just turns up the dial on his Venom and he gets bigger. You know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, yeah, that would be cool.
And I love that. I really hope that his finisher move is something like that. That famous scene of him just dropping someone onto his knee and breaking their back.
I mean, you gotta have him breaking somebody back, but I think I don't know if they're gonna do that only because breaking the back is something specific to Batman. Like it has a specific meaning, so maybe his will be more brutal in terms of just beating to a pulp or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the breaking of the back should definitely be some type of move. Like it should be his grab move, his grapple or whatever.
Yeah.
Which it'll be pretty cool to see.
One more thing I want to bring up, and this again brings up my problem with the game, is that too many Batman characters again.
I don't know the ratio, but it seems like Batman got the most villains. Now you can take out the non-super powered villains, like the like the Scarecrow and stuff like that. You could just put heavy hitters in, and I'm sure Superman has quite a few as well,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they're doing some type of polling or something. Like, how are they deciding it?
Now, on the other hand, this could actually... I might take back what I said because I'm thinking... They're probably thinking like business, because I think why they're putting some Batman characters in here is because he had the most known rogues and the most known villains, And, a lot of people know who Batman is. A lot now know who Bane is outside of the Batman and Robin movie. And we also have so many other Batman villains because we've seen them in like the animated series or the movies, and that's for the general audience. If they're interested in buying this game on just the Batman characters alone, I can't tell you how many girls would buy this game just because Harley Quinn's in it.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we have people like that.
Yeah. So more power to them. You know what I'm saying? More power to them.
We know certain characters are in there, like your Green Lanterns and stuff like that. However, I want to see them. I want to see some lanterns. So please, let's please just do that, cause we need to see them.
Yeah.
So now let's go on to Doomsday. Now Doomsday, he hasn't been shown either, but just through promotional art and on a particular art that's on a fight stick. That's going to be for the upcoming special edition, which we'll talk about later. He's on the fight stick, it seems. It's a little bit blurry, but, I guess you're more, savvy comic book fans picked up on it that he's on that. And more than likely, that means he's in the game.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like his standard self or his standard character design, So, people, if you like Doomsday, he's in there. What do you think about it?
I'm actually glad Doomsday's here. Again, I kind of figured he would be in this game because, I'm forgetting his name. The head of NetherRealm Studios. Why in God's name am I forgetting?
Ed Boon.
Thank you. How did I forget that name? Oh my God. Ed Boon, he was very adamant in having him in Mortal Kombat versus DC. But for some reason they turned him down, so he was very adamant of So I can probably say Ed Boon is probably behind putting in here, which I'm all for, because if you're going to do a DC fighting game, you need to have someone like Doomsday. I mean, what's he best known for? Beating the living shit out of Superman.
Yeah, you gotta have him in there.
Yeah, and I can only imagine the combo. He's going to be pretty much like a Kuma from Street Fighter.
Yeah, just overpowered as hell. Probably low health, though. So, yeah. Oh. He bleeds. Yeah, he'll bleed. Let's get on to a quick thing about Green Lantern. We haven't seen him in game either, but we have some little promotional art for him, and they made his suit like kind of New 52, but they also put the streaks of inside of his armor, like kind of green, streaks under the muscle tone, kind of like the movie, kind of, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if it used to be that way, but so he definitely got some influence from the movie on his suit. But other than the streaks, everything looks pretty standard, texturized, militarized. He got the white gloves and everything, so
Yeah, it does look like a cool fusion of the New 52 and classic costume.
all right. Any other characters you wanted to get on? I mean, there are lists that are floating around that say Aquaman's in it and such and such, such and such.
Yeah. Well, we
But,
forgot Luthor. We forgot Luthor.
Oh yeah, Luthor. Now Luthor is also in it, and he has his green suit that he always has.
Yeah, but they've really bulked it up. Like, this thing looks like Luthor's going to war.
Yeah, it looks like they got a lot of the design off of the DCU animated movie. It was quite a bit bulkier and stuff than the DCU versus Mortal Kombat game. So, you got two different character designs there. So they bulked him up a little bit, yeah, and it looks like he has a little grapple thing on his arm. But still, his suit is powered by kryptonite, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so, more hurtful to Superman and stuff. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see some, like, in the story part of it, hopefully we'll see some brains, him putting his brain to use in here and stuff like that.
Yeah. When they said Luthor, I was kind of expecting them to, like, this story is going to be very heavy on Luthor when they announced, because I kind of figured Lex Luthor would be in something like this. But when they officially announced, yeah, Luthor's going to be a playable character in the game, I'm like, oh, he's going to have definitely something big in the story. Because, like, when you see the teasers, like, oh yeah, the heroes have failed us and all that, I'm like, that is Luthor, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Out of all the I guess, new characters, which of the 5 are you really excited for, Rodney?
I like Green Lantern. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see if they're going to change up his constructs. Because on the last game that they made, which, people, like, well, it's a totally different game. Why are you comparing the two? Like, okay, let's keep it 100. But, the constructs were pretty, mediocre, hammers and stuff like that. Even though that is HAL in a way. But I hope they get more creative with the constructs. I just like the idea and the range of having a construct to, hit you from close or, farther away. I kind of like that. But because I'm really not a Bane fan, nor am I a Luthor fan in terms of wanting to play them as characters. Bane looks like a bit of a grappler. He wants to get close to you. I'm not a grappler type character. Now Luthor, on the other hand, he might be a little mobile, maybe some flight capability, rockets on the bottom and stuff like that.
He's probably going to be like how Iron Man was in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, he has some long-range stuff, so, and you gotta take into account also that the characters probably will be, the size proportion will be hindering their speed or more speed. So, those particular characters will be a little bulkier, a little slower. And Deathstroke is probably the fastest out of the new ones that were announced, from what we can see now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Green Lantern. Yeah, I'm more excited for him and Deathstroke because he just looks badass. So
yeah.
Stuff.
I think I'm really excited for all of them. But the ones, if you were to ask me, like, out of the 5 so far, like I said, Deathstroke, Bane. I'm really, despite what I've said about Bane as how he looks and all that, I'm still gonna play as him. I mean, he's probably going to be a lot like you said, a lot of grappling moves. So, but then again, I played a lot of Tekken with King and Craig Marduk. So,
okay, so that may be your character.
Yeah, that might be my character. Again, I haven't played the game yet, so I'll have to test all the characters till I get my mantra. But it's either going to be Deathstroke or Bane, and Doomsday. That's just going to be. I'm probably not going to play as Doomsday as much. It's probably going to be more like, oh, I'm so pissed off. I'm just going to wreck shit today.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, why are you always picking a boss character, man? You're cheating. But, all right. Now another thing I want to ask you about are the win quotes. Now, I don't know win quotes necessarily, but the win cinematics. We've seen Superman's many times when he flies up over the earth and he looks and he's like, what? There's another crime happening. Then he just goes away, and then you have Batman brooding at the top of a golem, and even Deathstroke's new quote. He's looking, saying, I think he says "mission complete" or something like that. Now those things they look cool the first couple of times, but then they look like they're gonna get really fucking old. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you playing as the same character, you win, and you keep having to see the same thing. Hopefully they're skippable. Because sometimes they don't like to allow you to skip those things. So hopefully you can just click through it. But I don't know. I see those getting old and played out kinda.
Yeah. This kind of also makes me wonder when you mention the win quotes, and it makes me wonder which Doomsday they're going to use, because are they going to use stupid Doomsday? Because there has been a time when Doomsday was intelligent as well as powerful. So, but my guess, actually, now thinking about it, I just thought it'll probably be Savage Doomsday.
Okay, but I would think they would go with the one that's most popular.
Yeah, that's the Savage one. So you're probably right. It'll probably be the dumber Doomsday.
Okay, well, I mean, if the sentiment is, hey, this guy is just gonna wreck shit, like, just that's what he do. I wouldn't think that they would want people shouldn't want too much of a character arc and story. They just want a guy that's gonna run through people.
Yeah.
So as long as you got that power behind it, anyone is fair game, I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Now let's go on to another topic. A couple of things have come to light. Some character packs or character costume packs, and one that you called, and I was like, man, he called it, was Superman Red Sun costume packs. Yeah. You're in there.
When I saw that, I'm like, I was right. Sweet.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the Superman Red Sun costume looked pretty cool. I can't remember them all. Do you remember the other costume packs?
I know there's a new 52 costume pack.
Yeah, I saw that for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
And there's also like a classic one. I guess, the classic Superman and Batman colors. I don't know exactly what they're calling that, but I would imagine it's a default. Then you got the special ones and other just like with Mortal Kombat or with other fighting games, that the packs can be made like just sporadically or whatever. So hopefully more packs will come out of it. But the Red Sun one is the one that stuck out to me, because whenever they show you a pack, they like have a little quote there like, oh, what if Superman landed on, so they give you like a brief little explanation of what the pack is, for people who don't know exactly what it is. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering if they'll, and I think they might do this. This is a gamble, but I'm gonna say for another Batman costume pack, they're gonna do Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Dark Knight Returns, big boy.
Yeah. Either
big
that,
boy.
the one I really like, if I could choose between the Dark Knight Returns one, the other costume pack I'm really hoping to see for Batman is there was another alternate universe story where it was Batman in the late 18th century called Gotham by Gaslight. This was real. He had the cape was like made of like a leather trench coat. And he wore boots, belt. It was kind of very steampunk look. So that's the one I really want to add too. But I could settle for Dark Knight Returns costume.
You know what though? Like, I really love the look and the design of the Batman Beyond costume. Like, not Terry McGinnis in it, but regular Batman in it. Because Terry McGinnis in it, it's like more of a teenage look, more slimmed down. But with your boy Batman in there, he more bulky, and like he just hard body, all muscle. He just be going in, and I wonder if when you put different costumes on, can you do different stuff? Because in the game, in the Gotham Arkham City games and Arkham Asylum, different costumes do different stuff. Obviously, if you got the Batman Beyond, you're a little bit faster. You got those wings that come out when you do stuff. You know, so hopefully they have little differences. I don't expect them to have too much, but then that'll just be, adding new characters.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that would be pretty cool if they had that in there.
Yeah, true. I'm also kind of curious: are they just going to do costumes for, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, or you think they'll do it for all the characters?
They would probably do everyone. I would think that everyone who were in those arcs, like Red Sun or even the New 52, would have some type of like for instance, Lex Luthor. His whole thing is wearing a suit. If he ain't got the suit on, he ain't doing nothing. I mean, that's a wrap. So, how many suits can you do, and how many different types? So he's limited in his thing. Now with Bane, you can put different suits on him, but the function of his venom and stuff is still the same. You can only have like one suit on Luthor. Maybe not just one, but they'll all have to be different variations, kind of like Iron Man, like you said earlier, colors and stuff like that. But certain characters, they can still do everything they do just with different suits on. You know what I'm saying? So some characters are, a little limited in that. So I don't know. And even if a character had like an alternate, like for instance, you might want the Green Arrow Year One like suit, or versus this suit over here, but the functions of the character are still the same. Luthor, he has no function if they take that suit off.
Yeah. For Green Arrow, I mentioned I'd really like to see, and I bet you they'll do this too. At least I'm hoping, is that they'll give him like his Golden Age costume. He looked like Robin Hood. That's
cool. I mean, that's old school right there.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Did he still have exploding tips and all of that?
Yeah, he still had all the trick arrows. He just it was like dead on classic, like how you imagine Robin Hood, but with a domino mask on.
Yeah, pretty cool with the curly mustache, curly at the end, goatee. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, now let's move on to something that just came out. It's one of the Injustice prequel comics, and another YouTuber brought this to my attention. Comic Book Cast 2 did a review on it, which I will link. But essentially, it picks up 5 years before the game, or in the game's continuity. So essentially, there's gonna be a prequel comic that's showing what the prequel of the game. So I think that's pretty cool. Looks about 99 cents on the Comixology app, but I guess if you go in the store, they should be the same price. But so I'm gonna be checking those out, seeing what's up with those. As I said, I'll link a review, and those guys did a review on that, so you can check it out and see if you think it's worth buying. But I'll check it out. It looks interesting. So see what's up with that. Have you seen any of that?
I've heard of it, but I haven't been able to read it because of money. That's the big issue right there.
Okay. Well, you can look at a review and get the gist of what's going on. So.
And I heard that if you get the special edition set for Injustice, you can get the entire collected series.
Let's move on to the special editions then. Are you a Xbox or a PS3 guy?
I'm a Xbox 360 guy because I really like to play PS3 games, but again, it comes boiling down to money, and there are a lot of games on PS3, exclusive PS3 games that I'd really like to play. Like, you're talking to a guy who's never been able to play God of War.
Well, you can get that on PS2.
Don't even have that now either. I had to sell that for money.
Well, all good things will come. And we're looking at the special edition for both, and it seems to be fairly the same. But you get a special edition, you get a statue, which looks pretty badass. A Wonder Woman and a Batman statue.
I love the sculpting on this. I mean, I have a small collection of statues, and it's like gargoyles and dragons and shit. But I wouldn't mind having this on my dresser. I wouldn't mind having that at all, because that just looks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful right there.
And that's a collectible figurine. That's 23 centimeters. 10 inch, 8 inch, 10 inch or so. So it's pretty tall, pretty big. So it's pretty cool. The Injustice comic, which I would assume would come inside of the set, and it'll be like a hard comic. It may be a digital, and you might have to do it like that. Not sure. You got 3 DLC skins from the New 52. So you got these New 52 skins. Now that Batman doesn't look like the New 52 Batman.
No, it doesn't. Like, I had to look at that up because for one quick second, if they didn't tell me that was New 52, for one quick second I thought, is that the Nolan costume?
Yeah, and on top of that, Wonder Woman, she ain't got no pants on, so we need to go ahead and just fix that.
Yeah.
Well, she got pants on in the sculpt though, but not in the little picture that they have for the skin, which may or may not be a technical error or whatever the case. But I really like that Scott Snyder Batman suit, so I was hoping they was gonna get that in there, which is more or less the Arkham City, Arkham Asylum suit, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't look like maybe that's the Detective Comics.
A good point. That could be the Detective Comics look.
I guess it falls under New 52 anyway, so
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool. You get a steel book, so steel bookcase. I always like the collector's editions of things. So essentially, for the Xbox and the PS3, you get the same one. You get the same merchandise, so that's pretty cool. Now, if you want to go beyond it, if you want to take it up to the next level, which is pretty much what I'm gonna do, you can get the fight stick, the Injustice fight stick, because I've come to like fight sticks and just for collectors and stuff like that. So I'm getting that. So yeah, I'm getting a fight stick. Look like it's $1.99 for the whole set, which I have no problems paying. So yeah, let's go. Looks like it may have a light up feature, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So the layout has the bat top on there, so it's more of an American style, and it looks like it has the Japanese style keys, more so like the Soul Calibur fight stick. If you guys seen that before.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, reminds me a bit of Soul Calibur, so I'm glad I'm not the only one who saw that in the fight stick.
Yeah, I'd be kind of mad if they made it like the Mortal Kombat layout, because I do not like that layout. But whatever, it is what it is. But the fight stick itself looks pretty cool. I can't tell who makes it, because usually it's a notable, fight stick maker, Hori, Mad Cats, Adark, whatever. This might be a PDP stick, because their Mortal Kombat Special Edition was a PDP stick, so it might be a PDP stick. So, for the Xbox and PS3. So that's pretty cool.
The one thing I was kind of let down. I mean, the fight stick's probably like you pretty much took the words out of my mouth when you said everything you said about the fight stick. My only thing is the coloring, and I know that's a real small thing to talk about, but when you look at the Mortal Kombat fight stick, and I saw this beautiful artwork on the fight stick for Mortal Kombat Special Edition, and then I just saw this, and I'm like, okay, it's just pictures of the characters.
Yeah, color. It's not a small thing, because like that really that's the feeling.
Yeah.
That's the feeling of it. So it's like instantly, if you don't like how it look, you gotta change it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it looks like it has the hex screws on the front, so probably easy to mod. Assuming you want to go through all that and stuff like that.
Good point. And I know it's and this is to everyone out there listening. I know it's a small thing to just nitpick about it's just the pictures of the characters. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's just that when you look at all the other fight sticks out there and you see the designs, I'm a very visual person. I'm a very visual person, and it draws me in when you have something very visual and nice in it, especially with that Mortal Kombat fight stick. I know you had troubles with yours, but you can't. I remember in your review for that special edition, you loved the design artwork for that cover layout for the fight stick.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
So,
Yeah.
like you said,
So I mean, and on top of that, the problem with character-specific fight sticks is like, maybe you're not a fan of these characters. Like maybe you really like Green Lantern, so your stick, you want a Green Lantern stick, you know. So that's why they do give you the customization. But you know, I'm pretty much just getting it for the novelty of it, you know. And if I feel like changing it, I'll probably do a tutorial on that. But if I feel like changing it, I may change it up. But you know, it looks, you know, just bring it down to just a basic, you know, stupid ass consumer walking in the store. It looks shiny. I think I'm gonna get that. So, you know, does it light up? Charge it.
Oh,
so,
God.
you know, so, you know, when I get it, I'm sure, you know, because we're looking at the picture now, but when you see it in front of you, it's always, and you feel the buttons, and you feel if it's a certain, you know, the different types of buttons. You know, I'm curious as to what type of stick is gonna be though, because you have different type buttons. You know, Japanese buttons, or you know, you got hat parts, convex, concave buttons. You know, so samba parts. So all of those things matter. But you know, I'm just interested in it. Has a cool little design. It looks like the outer parts of the fight stick are like Batman inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just that sectional type. Has a bit of rubbering, you know, so it won't move when you have it on your lap or on a table and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool, man. It just, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get that.
I think that's pretty much it for. I think we've pretty much wrapped up everything, and the only thing that I gotta bring up again, I'm waiting for a certain King of Atlantis to be announced. Come on.
Oh yeah. We need a water guy. You know, we need a water guy. There's hints of an ice guy in like even the first little visual animated intro that they showed for the game before any gameplay was shown.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the ice guy to be shown.
That could be.
Oh, there's one.
That's probably gonna be Mr. Freeze, but I'll be surprised if it's another cold villain like Captain Cold or even actually. I'd really be surprised and really happy if it's like Killer Frost.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, we even up until this point, we got so many characters that are not revealed for sure yet.
And that's not talking, and that's just the characters for the game. We don't even know what they're gonna do because they're very adamant about the DLC characters as well.
Yeah, and they really listen to fans too. Even if it's off the wall, like that Freddy Krueger thing, that was like, boom, somebody said it, and they was like, yeah, we doing that. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense. Out of the blue, you know, so, you know, they listen to the fans, and you want something in there, hit that man up on Twitter, Ed Boo. So, yeah, this is Rodney383, holla at your boy.
Yeah, this is Deadpoolzilla, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Peace.